Hello, everybody, and welcome to Finding Your Voice podcast season number two. And I'm excited about the guest that I'm going to introduce to you, and that is going to take the reins of this today's podcast because she has a lot. She's going to pour into all of you, and you are going to want to take down her information. I'm telling you, you better take it down because if you miss out on this opportunity, you're in trouble. This is just a powerful path. This podcast, a path to allowing the everyday person, the authors, the small businesses, business owners who have found their true inspiration and motivation that hopefully will do the same for you, inspire you. Our episodes are filled with authentic and informative conversations designed to help you and others find the same path. So I thank you all for joining us today. And let me tell you, my guest is a friend. I love her whole family. They love me and my husband and family too. So let me just tell you. And her name is Dr. Jacqueline Cox. So, Jacqueline, why don't you tell everybody, give us a snippet of what you do and who you are?
Thank you so much, Dr. Velma, for inviting me on Finding Your Voice. I am Dr. Jacqueline Cox, multi-award winning author, visionary publisher, speaker, and founder of Listen Linda Publishing and Classy Defiant LLC. I am also proud to be named one of New York City Journal Top 40 Under 40, a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, and the reigning Miss Illinois USA Ambassador. I've authored multiple best-selling books, including Mountains Can't Rise Without Earthquakes, The Storms That Shape Me, God Ain't Through, But I'm Staying True, and several powerful anthologies like Women of the Waiting Room and Through the Rain. My work is deeply rooted in testimony, healing, and truth, and every word I write is dedicated to God. Through my platform, ListenLindaPresents.com, I offer a full suite of services for aspiring and seasoned authors, from ghostwriting, editing, and ebook formatting to KDP setup, cover design, book trailers, bestseller campaigns, and AI photography. We also provide promotional magazine features, podcast training, virtual summits, and a 21-day author boot camp that equips writers to turn their story into legacy. Whether it's a memoir, a devotional, anthology, or fiction, I help people birth more than a book. I help them to birth breakthrough. So today, I'm honored to be here, not just to share my journey, but to remind every listener that your voice is your tool and the world is waiting on their story.
Yay! Look, I remember when I first started out, I was told something similar because I was a little discouraged when I checked out the number of books in the category of dating and relationships, over 50,000. Christian dating and relationships, over 50,000. I'm going, God, what is it that you want me to say? You're encouraging me to write this book, and yet it's flooded with books already. Who's gonna? How am I gonna do that? And the teacher told us, if God gave everybody an assignment in this world, there would still be plenty of work left over. She said, this is not a competition. Everybody was given a gifting, an assignment, and that's one of the things I continue to talk about, that you are a designer original. You are gifted and talented. Nobody is like you. God didn't duplicate you. He made you the designer original. And so therefore, why we create this stuff about competition and stuff, it doesn't make any sense. You have an audience, they have an audience. Look, work with your audience, stay in your lane. I know what my lane is.
I'm
So
going to tell you,
I want you to understand, I started off and created Adonai Publishing LLC. That's my company. But I thought I was going to help other authors, and I quickly got out of that business because it became a nightmare and a headache for me. So I'm saying that because I appreciate people like you, Dr. Cox, who make it your mission to create a publishing company so that your passion to help other people get into this assignment, their assignment as a writer, as an author, that you can help them do that. So tell us more about your publishing company. Give us the name and tell us what your company does.
okay. So the name of my publishing company, of course, is Listen Linda Publishing. And I created Listen Linda Publishing because I knew there were voices, especially from women, survivors, and faith leaders, that the mainstream industry usually overlooks. And I wanted to give them a platform that honors their truth. And with my, we don't just publish books, we help people birth legacy. So every manuscript we touch is ministry in motion.
Hmm.
The genres that I publish are devotionals, memoirs, anthologies, inspirational stories, but I also publish fiction. I also publish, only thing that I don't publish, to be honest with you, is erotica. I don't do that. Don't ask me to do it. I just don't do it. But I believe that everybody has a story. And I guess what makes me, right,
Don't ask me.
don't ask me. I just don't.
Yes.
Some things might be for some people, it just ain't for everybody. It
It's
ain't my
not for me at all. So let me tell you, I don't believe in it, and it's not what my faith says I need to be attached to. So hey, that's
now,
me.
I'm moving in the way God want me to move. But
Hmm.
I think what makes my publishing company unique, and what I get a lot of flack from other publishers is because we don't just publish, but we teach you how to self-publish. So with the Author Boot Camp, I'm not just publishing something with you. You know, I'm going through it step by step to teach you how to publish yourself.
Okay, but wait a minute. What is the author boot camp? Tell us more about that. You just dropped a big bomb right here. Tell us what is that?
Okay, so with the Author Boot Camp, it's Listen Linda Author Boot Camp. It's a 21-day intensive
Oh,
to help aspiring authors go from idea to manuscript. So whether they've never written before or returning to their pen after years of silence, we help them to overcome some of that anxiety that they get from writing. And so what they would get, we walk through story structure, healing through writing, publishing options, branding, and even how to turn their story into streams of income. And the reason why that matters, Dr. Velma, is because we don't just publish books, we activate the authors. We turn trauma into tools, grief into guidance, and pain into pages.
hmm.
So with the Author Boot Camp, right, you're getting so much for so little. And this, like, it raised it raised a lot of flags
Wait a
tonight.
minute. So at the end of the 21 days, is Listen Linda publishing?
Yes, yes. So listen,
Okay, okay,
the book. So when they come in, they will have the tools. When they leave, they will have the tools to self-publish. But everybody
okay.
who joins the boot camp will be under Listen Linda
Good
Publish.
beginning. Yeah, good foundation that you're building that they'll know if they want to continue with you, they can. If they want to move on their own, they can do that as well.
But they will also have it set up on Amazon, on KDP, so everything
Hmm.
will be under their own account. See, a lot of times publishers, when they publish under their
Yep,
KDP accounts. And
yep,
so all the money that's coming from Amazon,
that's
the
right.
author would have to trust them to pay them their money at the end of every 60 days, because you
Okay. Okay. Well, let me give you an example of what that looks like. My very first book, I hired a publishing company. They call them boutique. I paid cash. Actually, I made payments. It was very expensive, but because I was a beginner, I didn't know what I was doing. Would have loved to have had a boot camp at that time as a person who didn't understand what she was stepping into, just trying to be obedient. God said, write it. I said, okay. Paid them. And to this day, since 2018, my book is still under that publishing company and they are getting all the money. I get a payment from them in terms of my royalties from them, but most of the money goes to them. And here's the other kicker. Every year in July, which is the anniversary date, I have to pay another fee for them to keep it and maintain it. So there's a little fee I pay once a year. I made it my mission this year. Now that I've understood all of this over the years, I'm republishing my book under my own company.
yeah.
So they asked me if I was going to renew, and I said no. I'm taking my book, and it will be under my name from this point on because of what I learned. So, what you're saying is actually true. It's what I experienced as a newbie to this literary world. I didn't know what to do. I figured if I hired somebody, I can watch what they do. Wasn't a boot camp, but at least I had enough sense to watch the steps they took me through so that I could understand it and know how to do it on my own. So I say a boot camp is absolutely necessary. I knocked on doors of people who were already authors and they weren't very welcoming. They, call 1-800, make an appointment with me for $60. I couldn't do all of that. So I appreciate the fact that your heart, and it's a lot of work involved in all of this. 21 days you're going to walk with everybody who joins this boot camp to ensure that all these pieces you mentioned are done. And I know you're going to do it because you've worked on so many difficult projects already and have published so many books already. You've recently helped me with a project, and I'm extremely grateful and excited that Listen Linda took on my project. My
Yes.
book looks so beautiful inside. I'm going, now see, I can't follow that. How am I going to create these beautiful graphics in my future books that Jacqueline did in this book? And they're going to know she did it. And so, rightly so, she did it
Yeah.
and did it in a phenomenal way. So I'm not trying to, toot my horn right now. You guys will hear about it later. But I'm saying the boot camp is absolutely necessary and it's so needed. So
And
if
I,
you don't
yes,
have your book out yet and you don't know where to go, how to start, this is a wonderful way for you to get your feet wet, get the foundation of what you're going to have to do from this point on. You need to understand it. And so the boot camp is really needed. So let me turn it over to you.
absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And everybody is like, okay, so why is the price so low? Because the price for this boot camp, 21 days, is $600.
That is low.
With everything that you're getting, you're going to get one-on-one author coaching. You're going to get ghostwriting support if you get stuck. You're going to get weekly writing prompts and power hour meetings. You're going to get full publishing, that's interior and ISBN. You're going to get custom book cover design, 10 copies of your book in your hand, and an exclusive access to bestseller tips from the bestseller guru. That's me.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and who am I? I haven't done anything. Just over the past 2 years, I've helped 30 books hit bestseller lists, all number one. So that's who am I? I just create bestsellers with everything that I touch or anybody that I do any
There's
business.
nothing wrong with that, girl. Say what it is. The
It's
proof is in the pudding.
yeah, it's a method to my madness, and I will
Hmm.
teach you that madness in this camp. So this is basically designed for you to stop sitting on your story and start writing your legacy. Start writing your legacy, and I can give you all the tools and tips you need. We will only have actually three sessions that we all come together during the week. But I do pair them up with accountability partners, and then I will also be accountability partner for them. So they will get homework during the week that they will have to do until the next meeting. And by the time we're done at day 21, your book will be published. It will be on Amazon on day 20.
Well, here's the thing. I paid over $2,500 for that package that I got to publish my book. All of the things you said, it's coming out of this boot camp, is $600. I paid $2,500 for this company to do all of that you just said, except they didn't train me. They didn't teach me. They didn't introduce me to the literary world like these people are going to get in this boot camp. So you think about it. $600 is not a lot of money to pay just to publish a book. Period. It's a lot more than that. I paid 2,500. On top of that, you're getting 21 days of support and training. She's gonna walk with you through this process and make sure that when it's all said and done on the 21st day, you have a wonderful book ready to put your name on it and to go public about what you have just published. Many of you will be first time authors. So that's a beautiful way to start as a first time author. So I'm saying this is $600 is hardly nothing. We
Yes,
can spend that on our favorite pair of shoes. We can spend that on our favorite purse,
I know that's me.
favorite sunglasses. We do that with that, but that's not a published book. It's not something that has your name on it that will be public to anyone who wants to take advantage of your what you had to say in your book. So I'm saying you need to understand what you're getting, and this is a this is really phenomenal. That's all, I was trying to think of a word. This is really a phenomenal
There's
price for
only one
those who getting it.
only one catch with this, and the catch is it cannot extend over 75 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do the work, because if you don't
Yes.
do the work and you miss the deadline, there will be a fee to continue your book after 21 days. I
Well,
make it where it's doable as long as you follow the steps and you do everything you're supposed to do in those 21 days. There's no reason why your book would not be finished unless
wow.
you didn't do the work. So if you show
Wow.
up to class and you ain't got no homework, expect to know that it's going to take us a little longer.
No,
Okay.
since you set it aside this time, so really what you owe Dr. Cox is you doing what you need to do, making sure your assignments are complete because that's what you owe her.
Yeah.
She should have been charging you more than $600. I can say that. And for you to get this at such a discounted price, why
With 10,
not take advantage of it?
with 10 free copies of your book. Nobody does that.
No, not at all.
They
This
may,
is fabulous.
but they ain't
I'm,
gonna give you 10. I say
what?
they give you one, but they ain't gonna give you 10.
No, I had to purchase mine after paying the company $2,500. Then I had to purchase mine, and I didn't have training. That's what I'm saying. It's you get the services as well as the training.
Yeah,
We're talking two different streams
yeah.
of income. Even if you split that $600, $300 to be trained and $300 to publish your book, that's hardly nothing.
Then you can go on and you can go on and publish your book and other people's books because now you got the tools to know how to do
Girl, this is fabulous. I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it. So what's the deadline to sign up for the boot camp?
Well, this boot camp at this price starts on August 1st.
Okay.
So they will need to sign up by August 1st. So they will have to see me. They go to www.listenlindapresents1.com and they can they can pay there. Payment plans are available. I love
Wait a
PayPal.
minute. What did you say?
Pay,
Payment plans?
payment plans
Wow.
available. Absolutely. So they can pay through Klarna, they can pay through Affirm, they can pay through PayPal. Um, payment plans are available, but they are only available through those streams. I no longer do private payment plans. Uh,
Wow.
but
That's wonderful.
yeah, so you can sign up there, and then after that, then I will make sure that they're signed up and they're ready to go. But they have to do it by August 1st because it starts August 1st.
Ooh wee. That's
After that,
awesome.
I have another one in October, but that price will be 1,800 for that class.
I bet. That sounds more like it right there.
Hmm.
Don't wait till October. You better get in for August. You sit around on an idea and you're unsure how to get started or how to put that idea on paper. This is the perfect opportunity for you because Dr. Cox is well versed in what it takes to publish something. And she always strives for quality. I know because I've worked with her. She recently, like I said, helped me with a project and she strives for quality, period. And so therefore you're in good hands. So if you don't know where to go and what to do, this is the perfect time for you. Get in on the payment plan. No more excuses. I can't afford $600. Now you got a payment plan available to you.
Absolutely.
Therefore, 21 days after that time period, you're going to be a published author. That's more than what you have right now, just sitting on the sideline trying to figure it out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Dr. Cox, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. I'm excited about the boot camp. I'm trying to think of if I can afford helping somebody get their way through because I hate to see people lose out. I really do. And this is a great opportunity.
Phenomenal opportunity, Dr. Bellman. And I just get because I've had a lot of books published. I've published almost 20 books in the last 2.5 years.
Mhm.
And I've had a phenomenal publisher. Laquita Parks is absolutely phenomenal. And she's taught me a lot of these things that I know now. I have to always give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
After
Hmm.
a while, I'm the type of person that I want to help people to be able to do it on their own. For people like me who can't always afford 24.99 or 1,800. You get what I'm saying? To publish a book. So I've always, if I have it inside my mind and I know how to do something, I want to be able to teach people to do the same thing. So
Absolutely.
to have the choice of whether you want to do it. And that's the same thing I did with my podcast training. You come on, you do the one-on-one podcast training with me, Dr. Velma, really quick. You do the one-on-one podcast training with me. I did it with Sandra Washington. I also did it with LaShawn Fernandez. 750, they get the ring light, they get the mic, they get a 2-day training, and it comes with lunch. I DoorDash lunch right to your door, and we sit and we go through, and I teach them step by step on how to do their podcast, how to distribute it on all 40 platforms, worldwide distribution. I teach them everything. So now for 750, you're getting the tools you need, you're getting the do it yourself guide, the workbook, and you're getting me step by step every single day for 4 hours, 2 hours a day, setting up the podcast, showing you how to do it, showing you what software and programs to use. And then after that, you decide, hey, I can do this by myself, or you can hire me to do it for you. But either way you go, you have the choice. Because I've had one
Right.
person say, okay, I got it. Like with Sandra, Sandra said, okay, I got it. I could do it on my own, right?
Right. Right.
LaShawn said, thank you so much. This is awesome. When I decide I want to do it on my own, I will, but I'm going to hire you, you know? So, but they were appreciative of the fact that
Absolutely.
people that produce podcasts will give you the tools that you need. And when Sandra left and decided she wanted to do it on her own, she left with a DIY guide on how to do
Mhm.
it on her
Mhm.
own. And I didn't charge for that. It was
Yep.
pro bono. It came with the package.
Well,
So
how often do you offer this class?
that's year round. Same
Okay.
750. It comes with the
That's awesome.
ring light, the webcam. It comes with
Mhm.
everything you need. And
Wow. What did you say? I didn't hear it.
and a digital workbook.
Oh,
Yeah, it comes
and lunch.
digital workbook, ring light, webcam, microphone, everything you need in a podcast toolkit to help you um to be successful in your podcast journey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's another beautiful offer.
Hmm.
Well, I love it. I love it all. And I am excited that you came on the show today because you dropped some really good nuggets. I understood about talking about the boot camp, but then you added the podcast, girl.
Throw that in there.
That's awesome. And how long is the class? You said 2 hours, but how, what length of time?
A 2-day class. So it's a
It's a 2 day. Look at that.
it's a 2-day class
Wow.
because it's I could say it's easy, but it's not easy, right? But I sit with you for 2 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
for days.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of that second day, everything will be set up and ready for you to go. You see how you came in and you set your room up. All of this is
Mm-hmm.
ready for them to go. And if they decide, hey, I don't want to do it on my own, I might need you to help me. You can hire me on
Wow.
a retainer.
Wow.
I will present you with your scripts for the day, with your key points for the day, just to keep
Beautiful.
focused. Yeah, and I'm always in the background doing everything for you. So you don't have to
Wow.
do anything but show up and read the teleprompter.
Well, you heard it here today. Not only can you learn how to run your own podcast professionally and receive the tools to do it, J- Dr. Cox just told you how. Join her class, and she provided you with her contact information, which is again.
www.listenlindapresents1.com, or you can find me on Facebook under Jacqueline Cox, spelled the same way that yellow bubble is spelled, right?
Okay. So, and also, if you're sitting on the sideline, been thinking for some time about writing, you got an idea for a book, but you haven't done anything, that boot camp sounds phenomenal to me. At $600 and it's going up in October, that tells you how um, costly this level of class can be for you. But she's only charging $600 and you have until August 1st to register. You better get your message over to her right away. Dr. Cox, it has been a pleasure, as always, to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Send my love to the Cox family and let the boys know. Dr. Velma mentioned them today. It's been a pleasure. And for those of you who are listening, you heard it today. Get your respond. That's what I'm going to say. Respond to that email. Go on to the website, Dr. Cox's website. Make sure you let her know that you're interested. And I'm so grateful to have you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. And thank you again, Dr. Cox.
Thank you.